So the new Shogun Palace pack from TaleSpire has dropped, and I really want to learn how to build with it. So in this video, which I'm also streaming by the way, is going to be me trying to figure it out. I think I'm getting somewhere now. This has been pretty challenging, but I have found some methods that I like. I'm starting to get more familiar with the rather vast library of, let me see here, of these pieces that came in the Shogun Palace set. There's a lot of them, and they can be pretty intimidating and confusing, I have to say. I don't think I've found all the best methods yet, but I'm in a place now where it doesn't take me forever to build things. So I'm gonna show you how I put together this piece, which isn't ready yet, but I think it's a good place to start here. Just want to build a I guess this is a house. It's definitely not a palace, but it's a larger, perhaps farmhouse, or yeah, whatever you want it to be. We'll add an interior here and maybe even have time to put some decorations around. I would not call this a tutorial video because I'll be struggling perhaps as much as you will when you give this a try, but yeah, let me know what you think of the set, and let's see what I discover. Let's see now if we just get started on this piece. I'm gonna erase the entire base first, so that I have done that. It'll make my life a little easier later, I believe. Let's see here. I want to be sure we have enough. And I'm just bring the entire house up. And the entire house is not going to have this type of base, but this is just to get started. I also really love this new stone tile. I think it's great. It's really beautiful. So I'm hoping I will have a chance of using it in this video. Here I'm just holding down X and then using that to select everything. You know, it's selected once it moves like that. And I'm gonna copy this in case I make a mistake or something. I'm just gonna copy it and then move it up here. Let's see here. This should work. I think we have it where we want it. Let's see. Yeah, that worked out surprisingly well. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, with that done, I'm gonna just get rid of the two first layers here, and it will make sense why I'm doing this in a bit, I promise. We don't need this stone for now. Oh no. Well, let's try that again. Let's select this. There we go. Wow, that went terribly wrong. There we go. I'm only selecting the stone tiles. Okay, goody. And get rid of. That's better. So now we're gonna put like a deck around it, which seems to be present in all of these feudal Japan buildings. I will admit I know next to nothing about Japanese architecture, whether it be more modern or fantasy or ancient. I got no clues, so this is just pure fantasy. Bear with me. But I want to be at least inspired by what clearly inspired this new pack, which, by the way, is one of the best packs I've seen. It's full of goodies, and it's free, so if you haven't decided if you're gonna buy TaleSpire yet, now's the time. Okay, so let's have a look at the deck to start. I was thinking of using this, but I'm also not... I'm not like 100% sold on this as the deck for the purpose here. I'm also fascinated by the ship decks. I kind of like that better for how I picture this. You know what? I might just go with that for now. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. And all I need to do is just place this here. I believe it is at the right height. Yeah, that looks good to me. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna drop down hold, bring it all the way over here, and then all the way back here. Ooh. I'm just doing that on good feel. Oh yeah. That worked. That is a lovely little deck to start. We might even add more deck, but I really like the coloring of that, the lighting of it. That just feels nice. It feels friendly to me. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. Now, for the building itself, I'm gonna show you the structure of it, because it's pretty straightforward here. So I'll just cut the piece out here. That will make it easier to see. So all you need to do to build a house like this is in the Shogun Palace, you will find that you have these windows. You put those down. You do that first on top of this deck. And once you have those, you have a white new piece here. I love this size of piece because it fits many places. You don't have to use this, but I find that the maps are just easier to navigate and they look a little better when the walls are a bit higher than the standard height here. I just like it better. You tell me what you think, but that's why I'm adding this extra piece area above everything else. We also have a structural beam going across here. So what I've done here is, this is a very long one. You will find this in the... Ooh, is it exterior? Let me see, miscellaneous exterior. Yeah, there it is. So it's this long beam. I've also used the short beams, but I'm going to use the long ones for now. It's quicker. As you see, they do have the snap tool on. So if you hold on X, you will see that you get a little blue display there. You click and it will go where that circle is highlighted. So if I were to turn it, it would actually apply itself this way and so forth. Just keep moving it. I'm holding down X as I'm doing this. It makes this thing snap into place. So I'm gonna put it right there. All right, so we have a beam here. On the front here, I have put a beam just on the top here. It's not necessary because the roof tiles hide that beam on the sides. But on the front here, I think it looks better with those. Then, all you need to do is just take one of these really large roof pieces. And in this case, you will see there are 3 of them available to you that are like pre-built. And they each have their own function. This is the piece that you need. This piece right here in the middle, I have used on the outside here. That makes it look like there's some sort of, I don't know what, is this meant to be bamboo? They're coming out through the roofs. And then this piece has some white decor in it, so that makes it easier to build and block out this piece. I filled that gap in with a window. I think that looks good, but you can do white there, you can do other decors, you can use these pieces and fill them in as so. It's all up to you, but you gotta just pay attention to how things come together. We also have this little structural beam piece on this one, which I have used the X here for to kind of assemble some form of structure around the window here, just using X and placing it on. And finally, we also have some of these supporting pillars, two different kinds. Both of them are from the Shogun Palace design. I'm using these right here, and I'm using this one on the edges. It actually blends really well in with the wall, which if I remove this pillar, you'll see it really needs something there, otherwise you see through the gap here, so that's not good. This thing seems to be designed with that in mind. It just perfectly fills that gap. Really great piece, so highly recommend using that. Now the final thing to do here is to use this piece, so the piece without any decor. Just double click and replace it up here on the rooftop. There we are. All right. Now, just gonna place those there. I have also added the same long wooden beams at the top here. You don't need to do that, but I found that I'm going a little bit more rustic here, and for that reason I added them at the top. Okay, let's see. I do notice that we have... Actually, I wonder if I can go on history here. Almost. Gonna grab one of these short ones and place that on the end here. And I used X to hold it, and then just assemble it to the very end. Okay. And I think I'm gonna go do that right now on the side here too. Let's see here. It doesn't line up exactly how I want it, so I'm gonna hold down Shift. Just slide it to where I'm happy with it. Let's see here. Is this? Interesting. Interesting. Just gonna do that. So it seems to actually line up with the length of 4 of these tiles. Yeah. Just gonna do it that way. And then I'm just holding down Shift and A and D as I'm going to each piece here. At the end here, I'm running into trouble. So what we'll do is we'll pick our shorter piece and slot that into place. That was easy. It's almost as if it was planned. Alright, we can also do that on the other sides. In this case, I'm going to double click, hold down Shift as I do that, and then place these where I want them. And some of this one is different length. Oh, I'm clearly going crazy. Oh yeah, okay, so that piece is actually going in. Okay, I'm not going crazy yet. And finally there. Now here I made a mistake at the front area here. Let me know in the comments below if you can see it before I reveal what that mistake is. It's subtle, and it's not really a like, oh, end of the world mistake, but it's just annoying enough that I'm gonna change it. For now, I'm gonna hop over to the other side here and slot this. Oh no, that didn't work at all. Let's try this way then. That's better. I'm gonna do what we did last time, which is slot this in right there, and X, and I'm gonna use this one finally. I noticed this, yeah, this piece moves weirdly when I touch it, so I'm gonna just bring that back out again. Wonderful. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes you just have to pay extra attention to those things. Oops. Slot this into place, and there we go. And finally our short piece on the end here. go. And for anyone watching the stream, I apologize if I'm not looking at the chat. Because I'm so concentrated, so apologies. Okay, we have that. Now, did you notice the mistake? If it was these, then you weren't wrong. I'm gonna put these missing pieces in here now. But they weren't really what I was thinking of. Put these to the sides here. Kind of implies that the beam goes across. I think that looks nice. Oh, good. Yes. So the issue here is that the lip of the roof is not it's not going over outside of the wall the way that it is here, and I'm pretty sure that that's something that they would pay attention to. So I'm gonna move these in one piece, like so. I guess the fastest way is just to drag this and then delete these. I'm holding down Shift and right-clicking to delete them from where they are. And we're gonna move this back in here. I'm not sure if this is even visible. We'll see. Gonna move this here. And then, yeah, it probably needs one over two. And then move these back one. Gonna hit K and light that up. While we're working, K is my favorite shortcut because it just makes everything easier to see. Also see we have some pillars here, so I'm gonna move those back. And I do know I have a pillar on the edges here. Now this pillar is doing the same job as it was on the outside, which is cool, but I have a gap. How do I resolve this terrible gap? Now the easiest way here is to just add more window, which I'd normally maybe consider like more of these windows and thicker walls, but I really want this creation to be as kind of light and friendly as possible. To be a bit zen, perhaps. Oh, what's going on here? There we are. Yeah. It's not terrible. Let's see what it looks like from the top now. Yeah, so now this roof is properly situated. We're also gonna bring this in here. So let's see, it's about there. Just gonna drag it to the sides. Goody. Drag this here. And double clicking with my right mouse to kind of make the roof go away. Dragging it here. I am planning to change the interior for many of these, but maybe I should keep these. Oh no, am I? Oh no. Wait, we might be fine. There we are. And maybe... Yeah, I really don't know yet, but... Maybe I will probably have a staircase or something there, but we'll leave it like that for now. Okay, oh, there's one more thing missing, which is the rooftops. I'm not going to put that in just yet in case I do something drastic later. I'm just gonna put this piece awkwardly on here, and then I'll remember to put down the wood on top. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of these. Alright. Now, let's have one more look at the exterior here. Really would like to do some more of this. Let's see here. Would this be allowable? Because I have noticed in the reference photos that I looked at before I started this, that often this outside area was done in 2 levels. Yeah, that'll be alright. I also noticed that there were all often support beams on the outside here. Don't know if I can do that. I saw that Stahl did that with his example build, which I recommend checking out. And he used these out here. I wonder if this house is too big for them. Let's see. Like they might kind of just feel like they're in the way. Yeah, I think they're too thin. They worked in his build, which was slightly smaller. In this case, I won't do it. However, I am going to try to bring in a few more beams in some places. I think that will help break things out a bit. And I wonder if we place one here. Do we place them here and then apply a door? Maybe that's what we do. Like so. Because the Shogun Palace, in true fashion, it has a secret door. And it's so secret it's not under the doors. It's actually in the set itself. And it looks almost just like the windows. But this piece right here is a... Let's see here. Is a door. So that's nice. So yeah, that kind of makes sense to have both sides like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's see if we can make sure we get it across from the right side. We don't have to keep it that way. But I think for my own sanity, I will keep it that way. There we are. And again, I have no clue if this is the right way of doing it, but I think that looks pretty nice. You can kind of open it. And then on the inside here, we will, see, we will have some hallways. Oh, wow. Okay, that's gonna be, yeah, maybe not. Let's see here if we place that there. Let's put K on here. And we have a second door. Now, yes, I have been watching Shogun, so that is part of where I'm getting my inspiration from here. And I noticed that it was extremely minimal on the inside, so I'm trying to keep that in mind. Hopefully I'm not going too minimal. What happens if we go across here and replace one of those? Okay. Maybe need a bit more interesting layout style here, so I'm gonna make a room here. Like so. Wow, that is really hard to see where the doors are, but I guess that's part of it. Place a door over here, one over here, and one over here. Yeah. I guess I should keep in line, but yeah, we need some variation here, don't we? Gonna keep those. I'm gonna keep those in there for now. We'll see. Okay. I mean, should those be windows? Should those be like no privacy for you? Yeah, I kind of like that better. It just feels a little bit lighter than the heavy pieces I had there before. I'll do that. You can tell me what you think. Okay, so we have those. We also have the interior over here. I think we're gonna... I want it to feel large on the outside here. Oh, maybe... if we just have a larger room like that. So then you have kind of like a hall entry here, which I think is proper. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and here we are. We have a doorway. Okay. Let me think. Wonder. Okay. Right. Now, technically, this roof should maybe be a little bit different, but I haven't learned how to build that yet, so we're gonna keep this just the way it is. I am looking forward to make a Shogun Palace in the future, a real one. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. And let me know in the comments below, as they say. And here I'm going to... What did I do differently here? 1, 2. Oh wow. Okay, that's a very narrow hallway, but kind of have to do it. Except... I added a little piece there. That was smart. And that also makes sense of that. Okay. I might do this side slightly differently, but I'm not sure how yet. Like I could keep this interior completely open, for example, instead of having rooms. I don't know. What do you think? Well, I'm definitely gonna change the interior up. So this is a room. My goodness, all Japanese interior experts, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. Oh yeah, that doesn't look right at all. I can kind of see the interior. Well, darn. This needs to kind of go on the outside if we are to use those, and I think I will. Just gonna move these then. That'll just be how it is. Do like to have these on the sides. I feel like that adds a lot to the structure and overall feel of things. But the outside pieces here I would like to keep the same. Because those are structural beams of the house. So I don't want to mess with those. That just feels important to me. Okay. We probably should have a door area on the back here too. I'm gonna make those 3 open available doors here. Is that too much? It's probably too much, right? Yeah. How about that instead? Okay. Okay, so here we have the floor. I'd like to vary this just a little bit. Just because it looks a bit more interesting. And I think anytime you can make it feel a bit more chaotic, that can be a good thing. I think that's a more interesting room than if everything was just following the same grid pattern. Okay, let's do that on this room too. Oh, but we have to... Yes, we have to move these things out of the way. It's a good thing the different minis aren't that big. I keep forgetting how small they are. Like often I get a bit... Oh, what's this? Community? I don't know what this is. Never seen this thing before. This is like a quest marker. What is this? Are these like community built? Huh. I have questions I should ask. Anyhow, let's check out the humans here. I believe we have... Yeah, there we have one of them. Wait, did we not get any ninjas? I mean, isn't that a requirement? Anyhow, here you can see, like, they can still fit through with ease here, so that'll work. Same thing here. I'll have this guy standing out here and being guardian. So yeah, this build will still work, which is nice. Alright. Got this one. Let's see if we can fill this with... Do it slightly differently on this room. There we are. Yeah, that'll do. I'm sure I'm doing some unforgivable, like maybe doors always had to face this way, for example, or something. I'll do that just in case. I really don't know. Oh my gosh, I do not know what I'm doing here. Okay, oh, this room too. That's important. So we have to move one wall a little bit. And maybe this one we make it very simple. Let me just move these just outside. And I'm just holding down shift when I'm moving things so that they're easy to move. Alright. Here, oh. Let's put some of these on the outside. And yeah, I definitely want to do a staircase-like thing out here. So, how do we do that? I wonder if we're gonna use rural again. I always love these staircases. I think these just look great. I mean, we've gotten a lot of staircases lately, but yeah, I still think they look absolutely wonderful, and I wouldn't change it. So there we are. That it feels like it fits. I do think I need to put something under here, otherwise it feels a bit barren. Can I get away with that? Oh, I can get away with that? That does help a lot. Let's put a rock under this area. See here. Oh. There we go. Now it's feels a bit more respectable. I also wonder if I should put rocks under here, just to fill the gaps and make sure there's no doubt about where this house is. Like so. Yeah. There we are. So there's still a gap there, but it's just filled in better, which I kind of like. Gonna go here with them. Here. This is strictly not necessary, but I just like the feel of it better. See if I missed anything. Yes, of course I did. There we go. I'm gonna fill this in. Fill this in. Maybe these as well. And I'll leave the front ones open since we filled them in already. Oh, no, actually. That one. Whatever. I'll fill them all in. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so we have the outside. Just gonna put a bit more of this here. Alright. I am thinking of making kind of like a little bridge thing here with some garden elements. That has been on my mind. I also noticed that we don't have really a flat piece of this, which I'm sure makes sense. Like, that was not a thing, because I'm very tempted all the time to kind of fill in some of these gaps. But no. I mean, could I do okay, this is gonna look terrible. I have to try. Just because I'm curious, as a fantasy. It's better than what I thought it would be. I'm kind of tempted to go with that, actually. Let's see. Bring that in here. That back there. Just adds more importance to this front area, which I like. I do think we need some more pillars at the front here, though. Maybe just make these thicker and then mimic these two across from each other. It's a bit more. Maybe we add these windows to the gated area. Yeah. Just to give that a bit more. This top here, by the way, is basically just the front, but repeated. And then I added a bit more detail, like this piece, for example, is really great. Plus, I'm sure you recognize these, which I just thought were colorful and fun, and they added more detail to the front here, which I liked. All right. There we are. Now, it's gonna be really dark in here, and I tend to try to avoid that. So, how do you light an interior like this, which tends to just be really minimal. And also the lanterns we got aren't lighting anything, so I really don't know how to light these. I mean, maybe I put a light on the outside of each of these, where there is a door at least. Oh, okay. There we are. That's probably not how it's supposed to be, but for now, until I figure something better out, I'm gonna go with that. So we have one in each window here, and maybe we put one on each side here too. And around this door. Did I miss? There's only 2 doors, yeah. Add some near the exit. It's a little bit more light. Oh. I wonder, can you hide them? Okay. There's no way that is what they intended for us to do, but that helps a little bit. I wonder what the deal with this is. Is it a bug, or are they really not meant to cast any light? Either way, that'll help us a little bit. Also think we need a little bit of light in the exit here, so let's see where we put this. Maybe just right on the wall here. Right here. It's weird building with this. It's a lot of fun, but it's just, you feel like you might get it wrong. Like normally when I build like castle or some dungeon or something, like the goblins are not gonna come and tell me that you messed it up. Whereas now, I don't really know. I'm not gonna build an interior white piece here over these rooms. These rooms, I'm not gonna do a second story or level or something. I'll just keep this easy to access if you are the DM and you're using this. And I wonder, kind of tempted to try this entire room here. There's like a white area. Could be nice. Maybe there's a... Oh yeah. Should there be a door here? It kind of just marks the entrance. Did we do like it's all doors? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. And then we'll just place these in here. So you get, this could be like a training hall or a feast hall or whatever you need it to be in your game. Yes, I am gonna make this available in on TaleSpire, of course. Of course. That's the only reason I'm building, other than the enjoyment of it, is I like the thought of someone else getting to use this. Okay. And there you have it. That's like, we're not doing any furnishing here. just making this accessible. I'm gonna make a break here, and then in part 2 I'm gonna try to add more garden and maybe even some fortifications around it. We'll see. I'll have to look at 1 or 2 more references for that. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching this video. I will leave any links to things in the description below, and hopefully this will help you and you have learned something. If there's something else you'd like to see me build, just leave it in the comments below, and yeah, I will be happy to give it a try at the very least. Thanks for watching.